Next question, similar. Do you think Floyd avoids certain styles or just black fighters? It says back fighters, but I'm assuming that's black fighters. Um, I think that whole notion that he's avoiding black fighters, I think it's overhyped. Personally, that's my opinion. I think it's overhyped for the simple fact because he's fought black fighters, he fought tough black fighters, he moved up in weight. See, the thing with Floyd Mayweather is this: you got to look at it like this. Floyd has had a long, illustrious career, so we're able to see. It's kind of a disadvantage because we're able to see the fall off with some of his opponents, guys like Zab Judah, who showed a lot of promise, and then we've seen guys like Paulie Malignaggi beat him. We've seen this person, Danny Garcia, beat him, or whatever the case is, and we can take that into consideration. Versus you got a guy like Canelo. We don't know what Edeslandi Laura's future is going to hold. Like, what if Edeslandi Laura becomes a gatekeeper, you know what I mean, in 5 years or whatever? Then people could be like, oh, Canelo winning against Laura don't mean shit. That's kind of the mentality of fans. So since Floyd's been around so long, we've seen some people fall off. But you got to look at the fight when it took place. Floyd Mayweather moved up in weight, fought DeMarcus Corley, got rocked and hurt in the fight with DeMarcus Corley when Corley was dangerous. Corley also hurt Miguel Cotto, who was a legend, and that was quote unquote prime Cotto when Cotto was running through people. Corley hurt him, and Cotto did enough to get the stoppage and beat Corley. But you got to look at Corley at the time Floyd fought him. Floyd was lighter in weight. He had just moved up in weight, and DeMarcus Corley stunned him, and he was able to look real good and, stay composed, weather that storm, and beat and stop DeMarcus Corley. So I don't think he avoids black fighters. Like, why wouldn't you avoid Shane Mosley, who literally obliterated a guy like Antonio Margarito that we know is a warrior with a chin and a height advantage? And then Mayweather fought him right after. So I think that whole notion is a bit overstated. I don't think he's avoiding it. I truthfully think Floyd is a businessman. He's worked his way up in his career to the point where he could call a lot of the shots. And I think he has a Napoleon complex. So at the end of the day, he's going to pick the fights that are most advantageous to his bank account and that make the most business sense, as well as competitive fights. So I think he's looking at it from a different set of goggles, whereas other guys, they have to pave their way. They got to fight whoever the fuck is available. Truth be told, they have to fight. Like Nicholas Walters, for example, good fighter. He's not in a position to say, no, I'm not fighting Nonito Donaire. He needs that fight. He needs to fight Donaire and beat a guy like Donaire to get on the map. Versus Floyd, he's already paid his dues. He's had a long career. So he's at the point he's able to pick and choose. So I don't think he's really avoiding certain styles. I think he's doing what he wants and picking the fights that make business sense. It's any business, whether it's McDonald's or what. McDonald's is not going to spend money on an advertisement that they don't have faith in. They're not going to hire Justin Timberlake to sing McDonald's I'm Loving It song if they don't think it's conducive to their bank account and will benefit their business. They're not going to get, like, that's why you don't see McDonald's, for example, you don't see them using Ray Rice as a fucking spokesperson to endorse burgers. They're like, oh, Ray Rice loves McDonald's burgers. You know why? Because Ray Rice is in deep waters and getting kicked off of teams and punched his chick until her head hit the railings and shit. So people don't want that. That's why you see celebrities get dropped from endorsement deals when shit gets too hot. Like, oh, Tiger Woods cheating on his wife, negative publicity, fuck that. And then they drop people. So I think it's just basic business practices that if Floyd's just under the microscope and under the spotlight, therefore he gets attacked for it. Like, but he's making business decisions as well as fighting. But I don't think he's fighting stiffs. Like, he's not fighting. He's still fighting former or current champions and things like that. Still guys who have went on, like Canelo went on to look good against Angulo and stuff like that. So that's my take. I don't think he's really avoiding certain styles. He's making business-minded decisions because he's basically earned it. Next question. Ego, do you think Marquez is on something? Keep up the good work. Man, y'all really trying to get me in trouble, put me on the spot. I'm going to say no, just based on the fact of there is no proof other than having acne. But that being said, I wouldn't put it past really any pro athlete to look for a gain, especially Marquez's age. He's 40, 41 years old. And, you know what I'm saying? He felt he was on the wrong side of some decisions in fights. I wouldn't put it past anybody. I'm not a naive person. So it's a possibility for sure because, you know what I mean, he bulked up and looked bigger and stuff. There's a lot of, circumstantial evidence that he could be on it. I'll say no just out of good faith because I like Marquez a lot. And there is no actual proof. He hasn't failed a drug test to my knowledge, things like that. But I wouldn't put it past anybody in this current age of boxing. You know what I mean? Lance Armstrong, he looks like an All-American. He was winning the Tour de France and all kinds of shit like that. And he was doping up and roided. So that being said, I've seen, you know what I mean? I've seen rabbis and shit on To Catch a Predator. So I really don't put anything past anyone this day and age. Like, you're a rabbi and you're fucking with little kids. So, you know what I mean? In terms of doping up and juicing, I don't put it past anybody. Next question. Why don't you think Amir Khan deserves the Mayweather fight? I think it's a good matchup, boxer versus boxer. Judah did good against Mayweather and technically dropped him, and Khan is after and better boxer than him. Well, that is kind of speculative. I never said Amir Khan. Well, I might have said it. I actually don't know. I don't think I've said Amir Khan doesn't deserve the fight. I more or less worded it different. I said Khan needs to earn his shot. If he wants a Mayweather shot, he has to earn it. And his career has... If Khan beat Danny Garcia, like stopped him or just dominated him like he was doing good in the first couple rounds, and then he got a Mayweather shot, you'd hear no complaints from Ego. However, you have to take into consideration, this is not the lunch line in elementary school. So in boxing, if you take a setback and you lose your spot in line, that's how I look at it. We don't just pick up like, oh, Pacquiao got knocked out, so he gets the Mayweather shot. Like, no, you have to build back up. You have to climb back up that ladder. So that's all I've ever said about the Khan fight. Khan hasn't really done too much at welterweight, which he would fight Mayweather at welterweight. He beat Luis Collazo, looked sharp in that. So continue that progress, continue that string, and I have no problem with the Mayweather fight. It's a good fight. Two fighters with speed. Khan has reach. Khan has good range. He's kind of perfecting his Virgil Hunter style, where he's making more educated decisions. So I have no problem with the fight as long as Khan earns it. And to earn it, he just has to fight and beat somebody of note. You know what I'm saying? Devin Alexander is a good step. That's a good fight. So if he can convincingly beat Devin Alexander, that's a good step. Maybe even one more fight after that, and then get the Mayweather fight, you have no complaints with me. So it's not that I'm anti-seeing the fight. I just feel fighters need to earn and prove their worth and get those fights. People complain, oh, but Robert Guerrero got a Mayweather shot. Yes, but Guerrero was also a mandatory, and he was also calling out Mayweather. So if Mayweather didn't fight him, then you can easily use that against Floyd and say, oh, you're ducking a southpaw who's game, who's tough, who beat a big puncher and Aiden, who beat up on Andre Berto, and Mayweather doesn't want the fight. So again, it's not about Khan not deserving it. It's about him earning the Mayweather fight. And I would say that with anybody. If Khan beat Timothy Bradley, Keith Thurman, even Sean Porter, who just took a loss, Kell Brook, give him the Mayweather fight. I have no problems with that. If he beats a sturdy guy at welterweight, the division you want to fight Mayweather, you get free and clear carte blanche to fight Mayweather. That's my opinion. So not about not deserving it or posing problems. He couldn't pose problems for Mayweather. He's younger. He's fast. It's not about that. It's about earning your shot, earning your keep. You know what I mean? Going through the ranks, that kind of thing. And the last question, who do you think we'll see in the ring in 2015 first? Who do you most want to see out of this group? Andre Ward, James Kirkland, Mikey Garcia, and last but not least, Julio Chavez Jr. Peace out, nigga. That's a good question. I most want to see Andre Ward back. Being from the Bay Area, I got to support the local talent. And I think out of that group, he's the most proven skill-wise. So I'm anxious because another reason I want to see Andre Ward, not just no Bay Area shit, is because Andre Ward, he's rapidly losing his spot. People are saying, oh, he's number 2 pound for pound, but a lot of people have moved him off the list, or he's kind of like in a hiatus. There's an asterisk because we haven't seen him and he's not as active. And then the last reason why I want to see Andre Ward back is because there's a lot buzzing around in or around his division. Andre Ward, Sergey Kovalev, a division up, just beat in a dominant fashion Bernard Hopkins, a legend, the alien. So that's a good future fight. You got the Durrell brothers who are back in action. Durrell beat Bika in the rematch. Andre Durrell, he's been fighting since he left since he left SMS and 50 Cent promotion. He's been fighting more. He got the stoppage in his last fight. He's more active. I think he's a very skilled fighter. I don't know why he pulled out of the Super 6 tournament, but if that fight were to happen, that's a good fight. You got two smart guys, two technical guys, two skilled guys, and there's just a lot of action. You have Adonis Stevenson, who came from 168 and moved up. You got Triple G, who's killing everybody that he's facing at 160. A lot of people want to see him move up. I personally think Triple G is not going to really get too much of a test until he fights at 168. I don't really see many people beating him at 160. You have Better Biev, who just killed Tavoris Cloud early, maybe in the second round. There's a lot of talent in or around Andre Ward's division that I would like to see. So there's a lot of great fights. So that's probably why I would want to see him back first. But the other guys are good too. I'm a huge James Kirkland, Mikey Garcia fan, and I also like Chavez Jr. So I like everybody on your list, to be honest. I just want to see Andre Ward, probably because he has the highest pound-for-pound placement, and there's a lot of action in or around his division. Who do I think we'll see first? I honestly think Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He's training. If you go on his Instagram, you'll see tons of video of him training, maintaining his weight. And I know for a fact they're already currently in negotiations for Carl Froch. Now, I'm not saying this fight will get made and will fully get done, but they are in negotiations. So I think we'll probably see Chavez Jr. out of that whole list first. James Kirkland, he's been pretty MIA, pulled out of the Gabe Rosado fight. Mikey Garcia, he's been very quiet. We're not hearing much. They're saying he's going to fight at 140. He's with Top Rank. Who's he going to fight at 140? Possibly Terrence Crawford, Ray Beltran winner. But he's dealing with the legal troubles and lawsuits and suing. Andre Ward, same thing, lawsuits, suing. So Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. was playing the waiting game. I don't think he has an actual lawsuit. Any kind of legal processes take a little bit longer. So I think we'll see Chavez Jr. before any of those guys because they're already negotiating, fighting. And out of everybody else, I don't know from my sources anybody else that's in any type of negotiations for a fight. Anyway, that wraps it up for Ego Mail Monday. Got kind of long. You guys had great questions, and I wanted to get through most of them. Let me know what you guys think of this segment. Let me know what you guys think of my answers. If you have anything to add on, make sure you like my video. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.